Good evening everyone, and a quick video. This is the Sword 1 in 72nd Hawker Beechcraft U-125 aircraft. This is a lovely kit of a Japanese self-defense force search and rescue aircraft, and the WHATIF Malagasy Air Force uses 18 of these now. I got the numbers wrong before, as trainers and in the combat search and rescue role. Now, the actual role that this aircraft fulfills for the WHATIF Malagasys is the combat king role. Now, a lot of the Malagasys doctrine and the way they operate is very much linked into their US experience alongside the US with the Vietnam War. And Combat King was the controller for the Jolly Greens, and then the Super Jollies, the rescue choppers. And this is the role that it fulfills for the WHATIFians, and it fulfills a similar role for the Japanese, where this aircraft, with its fast range and its radar underneath, goes out and finds survivors from shipping accidents or aircraft which have been downed for various reasons. It locates them and then vectors in the helicopters towards them. Now, the type in Japanese service is also equipped for self-defense, and it has countermeasures, and I've just added some extra countermeasures underneath here and some missile alert warning systems on the back. And yes, it does come with the forward-looking EO IR turret, and I've added a refueling probe because range is everything to the WHATIF Madagascans. Now, the aircraft as standard has a good range of 2,615 miles, which is pretty good for a small aircraft. It has 4 operators that sit in this area and 2 crew. The model itself is absolutely excellent. It's just a lovely model, and I've given mine the anime girl tail markings. There she is. And this aircraft is really important because if you look at where Madagascar actually is, off the coast of Africa, you've got islands, chains all around this area and going out into the Indian Ocean. And it's really important that there is that rescue provision for any downed aircrew. Now, unfortunately, when I stuck the first of these emergency decals on, I put it in the wrong place. It should have been here, and I can't move it because it's now blended in with the paints. The scheme is just a Valio medium gunship grey over a light grey underside. I think this is one of the best model kits I've ever built. This is the Sword model kit. I haven't done it with all the etched because I've done it with my own antenna fit because it's a WHATIF, but I would highly recommend this model to any model maker. Now, it's a bit of a shame that they've not done the Peace Krypton version. The Peace Krypton version doesn't have the radar underneath, but it has a big sensor pod, and that's used by the South Korean Air Force, the what do they call them, the ROCAF, and that is a ISTAR aircraft, so it's used in the role of information, surveillance, target acquisition and reconnaissance, and it has that big sort of sensor pod underneath, and it's called the Peace Krypton. The aircraft was such a lovely build. The cockpit went on absolutely fine. I did fill these windows in with PVA glue to bring them smooth to the surface, and then just painted them black because you can't actually see any of the interior anyway. But the cockpit itself is fully detailed, comes with masks for the cockpit, and overall I have to rate this kit as one of the best kits I've ever made in my life. Highly recommended. About 22, 23 pounds retail, which for me is just an absolute wonderful kit at that price. I did airbrush this, but I had to paint a lot of it by hand just to get the delineation right, so it doesn't look so good where I've had to do that. And a bit of putty filler was needed where the radar piece joins, but other than that, and the fact I've not been bothered with all the etch because it comes with tons of etch and I can't see where half of it goes because it's microscopic, but it does come with the lovely etched wiper blades which I put on there. But overall, just a wonderful kit. Take care. Goodbye.